Hi, and welcome to On Stage with a PTHS musical this spring, Mamma Mia. I'm Erin Boni, your host and PTHS teacher. We're here to promote the newest production on the stage for Peters Township, which will be in the high school from March 20th through the 23rd. So first up, I have the director of the show, someone who I've never had the privilege of interviewing, Mr. Ray Cygrymus. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, appreciate it.
So Ray is also a teacher. You also teach at McMurray as well, and you've been a part of. So talk to me, I guess, like how you came to direct at the high school. Maybe how long you've been doing that. Seems like a while now, but I remember when you were kind of the new director on the block.
Yeah, so. This is my 13th year.
Wow. Okay.
And total of 15 productions, 2 plays, along with all the musicals. And it's funny how I loved doing chorus, and I always made chorus at McMurray more theatrical. You know, they auditioned for solos and for different, character acting parts. And there was always a part of me that thought about, I'd love to go up to the high school and do it. And I had some other theater friends that had talked to me from other schools and said, you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that, trust me, it's too much work, too much headache. And so when the opportunity presented itself for when we did Fiddler on the Roof that year, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I never looked back. I'm so glad that I did it. It's gotten me through the months of the winter. With the difference is most of all the cast of our kids that I taught when they were at McMurray, and now they're grown up and they're more mature and they want to be there. So it's an absolutely rewarding experience, and I feel very blessed to have been able to have that experience where I'm teaching the elementary school kids, which I love, but then I can also teach some of them acting and things like that, which I have a big passion for as much as I do music. Absolutely.
And I know you do a lot of things beyond, your personal. You personally act in a lot of community theaters as well as directing. Now, do you direct outside of kids as well?
I have not. Okay. I have not directed any adults. I kind of like directing the kids, and I like being in the shows, to be honest with you.
Right.
I mean, I still love.
Absolutely.
I always feel that a director should be out there performing.
Okay.
Because you assimilate and learn so much from every other director. You can bring so much more to your directing talents, by being out there, and being the actor.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And then it keeps you fresh, right? So like you said, you just know what to say to them. Say, well, I had this experience here, and I think this will work. That's wonderful. Oh, so how did you choose Mamma Mia? Super fun show, great music, but I mean, when you guys choose shows, do you choose, I know a lot of schools choose based on the clientele they have, like they know what singers and performers they have, or do you choose on like what's popular in the moment, or like what prompts you, I guess, to come up with what shows you pick?
Probably what prompts us the most in our choosing is the fact that we have such an incredible base of talent here. We are very blessed. We have a lot of great, fantastic dancers.
Okay.
And we always have. And there's been some shows we've done in the past that weren't like dance heavy, and it's almost like you feel like you're giving a disservice to some of the talent of the students who really can move. So that's always in the back of our mind. Plus, just a lot of kids have been asking to do this show like for the past couple years, and so it's one of those things that was in the back burner where there's a lot of interest, a lot of kids would want to be in this show.
Right.
But mostly the main reason is because we felt that it fit our talent base very, very well, and there's a lot of great meaty roles in this particular show, especially for girls, which our boys and girls are equally amazingly talented, but we just felt like this one can really showcase some of the people that we have in our building right now.
Nice.
So and like I said, the dancing is just it's fun, and it's modern, and it's a great show. People love it, and it's already selling very well. So
I was going to say, and sometimes that's the case too. At least with the community, right? The parents are going to come to see their kids. The kids are going to come to see their friends, but to get that wider audience, sometimes it's not only what's familiar, but what's fun, like you said. And so, drawing people in to get the crowds that the kids deserve, right?
Yeah,
you know, to be
absolutely.
seen. So
I've
that's
always
wonderful.
said that. They deserve that to be that theater to be sold out every night. So
Agreed.
they work hard, and you know, and they're great. You know?
So tell me, what has been the most challenging / rewarding part of this particular show?
I think the challenging thing has been that a lot of two things. A lot of the background vocals that you hear on the original ABBA recordings are there, even though there's only 2 or 3 people on stage.
Okay.
So we have a great chorus of students that are singing backstage, like they're like section leaders.
Oh, nice.
So they're going to be at microphones to provide that extra sound. And most musicals don't do that. If there's extra singing, it's the ensemble's on stage. Mamma Mia is not written that way.
Okay.
So that's been a little bit challenging, and I'm sure that will be challenging during Tech Week. And also, a lot of the times the songs don't sing all the way through like you would expect to hear, you know.
Okay.
On the,
They're not going to hear the whole whole thing
there's
everywhere.
dialogue in the middle of it, and then so you and at this point, using the tracks, the rehearsal tracks, you have to like line up your dialogue with the rehearsal tracks until we get the pit orchestra. So that's been a little bit challenging. It's one of it's more than some other shows. It's a lot of dialogue in between the songs.
Okay.
It's instead of just singing the songs all the way
straight through.
Yeah. The most rewarding thing is just seeing all these students shine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. I mean, they're in all their individual roles. They're really knocking it out of the park, and it's great vocals. It's challenging music as far as the ranges and the emotion, and they're just you know, they're really doing a fantastic job. So that's so rewarding to see that, and to see them all happy. Even the ensemble, when they get to dance these big dance numbers, it's like a big dance club, you know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to all the lighting that we can do for some of those big scenes and stuff like that. And the set is coming along. It's beautiful. It's going to look like, you know, like a Greek resort, you know, in Greece. So it's been very rewarding as far as all that
Seeing
goes.
it come together.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking with me about it today, and I wish you guys break a leg, is how I say things, right, for the production.
Awesome.
So when we return, we're going to speak to 2 more of the actors from Mamma Mia. Hi, welcome back. I'm here to chat with 2 of the actors from Mamma Mia, Miss Maura and Audrey. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And Maura's a seasoned veteran now, part of my on-stage show. Like, you should be like my co-host next, I think. So what I first want to talk to you guys about is for you each to tell me a little bit about your character in the show.
All right, yeah. So I'm playing Rosie Mulligan, and I'm also one of the dance captains. And Rosie's like the most mom character ever. Okay. She's like, I don't even know how to describe her. She's always like the life of the party and very funny. That's her whole thing. She's so funny.
Awesome. And Audrey?
I'm playing Tanya Cresham-Lee, and I'm also a dance captain with Maura, and 2 other members of the cast. And Tanya, she's bold, she's wild, she's been married and divorced 3 times, and by the time she's on the island, she's single and ready to mingle again. But yeah, it's really a joy playing her. She's a very lively personality, so it's really awesome.
Awesome. So talk to me, because Mr. Cygrymus had said something about how much dancing there is in here. I was so focused on the music because of, you know, ABBA, but I just, so tell me, like, do you guys help, being dance captains, do you guys help choreograph, or you help the like, what does it mean to be like the captain, I guess, of the dance, or, you know, co-captains?
So for this production specifically, we taught some choreography for the ending bow numbers. Okay. And we kind of just mainly help assist in like learning choreography, because our awesome choreographer Nikki, like, she can't get to all 60, 70 of us.
Yeah, we help a lot with like review and the delivery of the choreography more so than the choreography.
And that makes sense, because you have one person in front of, like you said, a huge ensemble. It'd be better to break it down for you guys to show it. So have you guys danced, I mean, other than in, like, outside of school, I guess, outside of plays and things?
I've been dancing for 15 years.
Wow.
and I've been a competitive dancer for 5.
What kind of dancing?
Like all types, like tap, jazz, ballet, lyrical, everything.
Wonderful. What about you, Audrey?
I think I've.
You're wearing your little shirt there.
Yeah,
Nice for you. There you go, representing.
Competition this weekend.
Nice.
So, yeah, I've been at this studio for 12 years, dancing competitively since then, and I think 3 years prior to that I started dancing, but I wasn't like, I was still competing, but not, the same way I am now.
I guess, like I said, I'm still learning as a new theater mom here that, the dancing as well as singing is so much part of acting as well, especially for musicals, but doing that all together. Okay, so talk to me about what is, I'm going to give you the same question as far as rewarding versus challenging in this particular, in Mamma Mia.
I feel like the most rewarding part is seeing, I guess I'm more biased as the dance captain, but like seeing all the ensemble like come together and like learn the dances and stuff, and like really be together and in their movement. It's like so cool to see that. Yeah. The most challenging part for me, because I'm a dancer first, is the singing. And Rosie happens to have some of the most odd harmonies in the show.
Okay.
So that was the most challenging part, but definitely the dance is the most rewarding.
Okay.
I think that the most rewarding thing is being able to share, like, since it's a performance, you get to share the show and everything you've been working on for the past months with your family and your friends and everyone you love, and just being able to perform for them, like with them in mind, I think it's really rewarding. Yeah. And then something really challenging for me personally is listening to Ava sing Winner Takes It All without bawling my eyes out, because it's just like, it's just really, really emotional. So just
be ready for
crying.
it. Okay.
It's just really hard for me.
Aw. So, that's wonderful. Very cool. So how would you guys promote this show? Like, what would you say to those people that, may not have like a direct person, to come and see, why should they come see Mamma Mia?
I feel like it's super good to see like all types of theater, whether it be like professional, community, regional, high school theater. It's just such a joy to see like so many people doing the thing that they love with such passion on stage, which is like just all of theater. It's just seeing people do what they love and stuff. I think that's great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Audrey?
I would remind people that the songs are all ABBA, so you probably know, you'll know a lot of the songs, and it's just a really, really great story in addition to the really great music, and I think that it can be nostalgic for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people know Mamma Mia, so yeah, I just encourage you to come see it. It's a really good show.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Yay. And when we return, we're going to speak with 3 more actors from the show to discuss the fun parts of Mamma Mia. Stay tuned. Hi, we're back talking about Mamma Mia, and I am proud to be here with Ava, Jacob, and Alayna. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today.
Thank you.
All right, I have some of the leads, I think, with me here, some of the main people. So, of course, the first thing I'm going to ask, and I'll start with Ava, is about your character.
Right. So I play Donna Sheridan, and she's the mother of Sophie Sheridan. She owns a taverna in Greece, runs it by herself. She's a single mother, and she's just a very independent woman. About 20 years prior to the actual show Mamma Mia, she had 3 lovers in one summer. So kind of the whole plot of the show is just finding out who Sophie's dad is.
Right, yeah. So it's like, the father hunt, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're on here. Excellent. Jacob.
So I play Harry in Mamma Mia. I am one of the 3 fathers that she fell in love with 20 years prior. And I am my character met her in Paris as an exchange student, and I was a musician.
Okay.
So I'll actually get to play like a guitar and part of the play, so it's really exciting. And Harry's just more of a he's a little timid, a little bit more kind of shy, but he has this like hidden like wild side to him.
Okay.
And like when he comes back to the island, it kind of comes back out of him. He kind of comes out of his shell again, and I think that that's very powerful in a way.
Nice.
Like
now, did you already play guitar, or did you have to learn a little bit to do this?
I have to learn it. I actually,
Okay.
I'm still very rusty on. I still have to like really learn it. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for.
Good. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna have to do for a role, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so exciting. Alayna.
Yeah, so I play Sophie Sheridan. I am Ava or Donna's daughter. I'm 20 years old in the show. I'm trying to find my father. I would say that Sophie is just a very bubbly, curious, almost witty character. She's very, she likes to play around, and she's kind of like mischievous, I guess, you know, like inviting 3 of her possible dads to a wedding. I think she's also very bold for that.
Very bold, yes, that's what I was thinking.
And just very young, fun, again, bubbly.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Very good. All right, so tell me, and again, this is a question I ask everybody, tell me about the show. What has been the biggest challenge as well as the biggest reward up to this point?
I think the most challenging part for me is the vocal part of Donna, because she is such an alto and I am not. But we're getting there, and yeah, it'll be fun. She does have some songs that are in her higher range, but for the most part it's pretty low, so I think that's the most challenging. And I think the most rewarding part is seeing my family after the show, because I don't tell them anything about the show. When I'm in a show, I like everything to be a surprise for them.
Yeah.
So when I see them after, I can see their true reaction to everything that just happened on stage.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, yeah.
I love it. So as much surprise they can get.
Yeah.
That's right. Perfect. Jacob.
So I definitely think one of the biggest challenges is probably having to learn the guitar. That was definitely like something that like I've never had to like learn anything really for a show. Like my character also speaks in a British accent, so I have to speak in a British accent as well. But definitely the guitar is going to be a challenge. But one of the biggest rewards is just getting to be around the people I love, people I like to be with and like to work with. I think that just everybody in this production is just everybody's wonderful people, and I think that just getting to be with them every day is a privilege, really.
Nice, awesome. Oh, Alayna.
I would say the most challenging part of this show, I believe, in both of the segments it was mentioned, but the dialogue between the songs. That's what gives not only me, but everybody else in the number the most trouble. For example, Thank You for the Music, me and Jacob are both in, and as well as the 2 other dads, and there's dialogue throughout that song. And it's just the timing of that.
Right, having to kind of stop. You're like, you figure when you're singing, you get it on a roll.
Right.
Okay.
And then Honey Honey was another one with dialogue. That's me and my 2 best friends in the show. And then Voulez-Vous is one of the bigger ones, as well as Gimme. Almost every single song that I sing, honestly, has the dialogue
in the middle.
Yes. I would say the most rewarding part of it all is what Jacob said, and also what Ava, both of those answers combined, as well as I think it's also very rewarding that as a senior, ending on Mamma Mia is just such a great note. Like I genuinely, I could not have wished for a better show my senior year. So I would just say, yeah, very rewarding being a senior and closing the chapter on a great note.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so my final question is just going to be, tell me why people should come see Mamma Mia.
Okay, I think it's important for everyone to know that it's Mr. C's last show that he's directing at the high school.
I didn't know if he wanted me to mention that or not, but yes, go
I
ahead.
asked him back
No,
there.
that's good. That's good. That's why I didn't want to make too big of a deal, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think ending on such a positive show for Mr. C is just great, and I think everyone just come out and support.
His final venture, and he is retiring as a teacher too. So so this is like a whole big culmination for him. That's wonderful. Oh, how nice. Jacob?
I just think that for some people it's just very nostalgic, kind of like I don't know if it was Audrey or Maura prior who said that, but it's nostalgic for a lot of people, especially like people like my mom who grew up listening to ABBA in the 70s and 80s, and me myself, I'm like they're my favorite band. I love their music.
Nice.
And I just think that people that are into their music or like just like musical theater, or I think people will just fall in love with this show and the characters because everybody's different from each other. Everybody's very distinctive. And I think that's another reason to come because everybody has sort of a character arc in the story. And when you have characters like that, it makes it more interesting than if they're just stagnant throughout the whole thing.
Excellent. And Alayna?
I would say it is just so much fun. Like, every single time I've watched the movie or I've seen the shows, I just could not sit in my seat and just watch. It's just such an entertaining show, and not only is it entertaining, it's also, there's parts of it that are just like so sad and dynamic, and it really makes you think, especially with, you know, me and Ava, the mother-daughter bond, the bond between the fathers, but the bond between the best friends. Everybody is so connected in the story, and the music, like was mentioned, so much fun. It's such a great show, probably one of my favorites. So
excellent.
It's just awesome.
Thank you guys for talking with me today.
Thank you so much.
All right, and for our audience, please come see Mamma Mia on the high school stage Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, March 20th through 22nd at 7 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m., March 23rd. But like Mr. Cygrymus said, start buying those tickets because this one's going to sell out. Thank you for being here today.